guys and gals, this is Alex from A&R Design LLC, and we have a beautiful gem here today. We have a Beretta 93R, model 93R. This is a firearm that's owned by a company named MAGA Arms out of Massachusetts. We're doing some custom work for some guns, including this one. And so we have it in our current possession. 93R is a machine pistol made by Beretta out of Italy. It has two selections on the selector, 3-round burst and single shot semi-auto. This gun's gorgeous. Down to the bluing on the slide. Granted, we've been shooting it today. 3-port compensated barrel, 2 up top, 1 on the bottom. The wood grips. I guess whoever was the previous owner of this before MAGA Arms had to replace it with a locking nut, which is kind of sad. The original blue stock, collapsible stock. To take it down, you pull back on here, it releases that pin, slides right out, and then you can release it back here. It folds up on itself for storage like this. You can't engage this onto the back of the firearm until you lock the rear, because it's sprung in between. And you simply just slide it on. Don't be an asshole and witness mark it from the previous owner before MAGA. I did notice that, it made me sad. It's an awesome gun. It's just got a white dot front sight and a single line between the rear sight. It's kind of hard to see your target. It's not the greatest. You could probably put an optic on that, but then you would be defacing this beautiful piece of artwork. This is definitely an Italian stallion. The front grip folds up, folds down. It's simple as that. We're going to be making a holster for this. When you are shooting this firearm, you'll see that the trigger guard is extra accentuated, and that's so that you can put your thumb into here and then grip onto the front grip. It takes down just like a normal Beretta. Push that pin out, slide that down, slide comes off. And then you can see the grips are really fat here. That's where the burst fire control group is situated. Outside of that, it's pretty much a Beretta. Beretta 92 style. This is a 20-round mag that was left with us when they dropped the gun off. But honestly, it's a really, really, really fun gun. I don't know where this gun would ever have an application in today, other than mafioso hits, but it's really fun to shoot. It's actually like one of the first machine guns I've fired in a long time that made me happy again about machine guns, because when you shoot a lot of machine guns, there's not a whole lot that makes you happy until you get to shoot some like really niche, cool, eclectic stuff. So anyway, watch the video. Hope you enjoy it. We're just going to put some rounds down range, and that's about it. I was favoring the right a little bit. 3-round burst or single, safety, selector, and it takes down just like a normal Beretta. It's got a fat boy grip. So we're just gonna do some accuracy testing at 10 or so yards, mag dumping on 3-round burst. Thumb goes into the trigger guard and you grip the front little hand stop, brake, grip, foldy boy, and you pull down because the stock is hinged at the bottom of the grip. So it walks on you a bit. It's definitely strange doing 3-round bursts with a 20-round mag. Doesn't feel right ending on a 2-round burst. But because it is a 3-round burst gun, it puts a lot of lead downrange very, very quickly. So it's messy. It's not accurate over distance. We'll run it on steel at 15 yards. and you'll see how much you really do miss. Yeah, so this gun is really exciting to shoot. It's nothing like anything I've ever fired before. You know, I have a full auto Glock Sear. You know, it's really a cool design. I could care less about the stock. It doesn't really fold up onto itself when it's on the gun. So the gun fully broken down. It's kind of, I mean, it's pretty. It's a very pretty Beretta. The finish on it, the bluing, the 3-port muzzle device, 1 going down, 2 going up. I honestly wish it was a little, I wish it was a little darker so that I could show you guys, you know, how nice that muzzle device looks under the darkness. But you have to lock that to the rear before you put this on. Feed that in there. And then you push this forward to lock it in place. So I said that this gun kind of sucks at distance, but I'm getting better at controlling it as we shot it today. I understand how to control its recoil a lot better now. And I only threw 1 round, which bums me out because I'm like, oh, it's not that accurate. But I'm getting better at. So I started holding it like this, and it kind of locks on you. So I've been pulling it down into my body, putting my hand through it a little bit more, and pulling my elbow in, which causes me to not rise as much. So when I do that and I stuff it into my shoulder, and I'm pulling down, it actually doesn't lock. It's pretty gnarly without that, though. And we could shoot it like that. It's actually fairly controllable. That wasn't so bad. The nice thing about shooting this one-handed at 5 yards is your first 2 shots hit around here, and you just automatically do a failure drill on the 3rd.
Mamma mia!
20 rounds goes so quick in that thing.
Mamma mia, that's a pizza pie.
What would that be your choice of firearm if you had to do a mafia hit in like Naples?
This would be a daily carry if I had this gun, period. Just like right here.
Skirt, skirt.
Wicked heater over the Peter.
Wicked heater over the Peter. So what we realized is if you short stroke the trigger very quickly when running the gun fast, it will actually 2-round burst and not do the complete 3-round burst cycle. Hey all, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and leave us some feedback in the comments below.